Hello and welcome to Pod Meets World. I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Justin.
And this week we're discussing the episode of The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. This episode originally aired February 2nd, 1996, attracting a season average of 8.7 million viewers. Any guesses for the number one movie at the box office this weekend? Any guesses? I'll take that as a big fat no.
I don't know movies that were released in 96.
You don't know movies that were released any year, Justin. It was a movie called Black Sheep. Starred Chris Farley and David Spade.
Definitely the underrated movie of the year.
I mean, what's it on right now on IMDb? It holds a stellar 6.3. So it is probably fine.
The joke was that it's a black sheep.
Yeah, I got it. Number one TV show for the week?
Not Super Bowl.
No, they do not have that 2 weeks in a row.
Friends.
It is ER.
Oh, okay.
Friends of ER. Okay.
WWF champion at the time? Any guesses? Any guesses?
Still Bret Hart.
Ding, ding, ding. And WCW champion at the time.
Is it still Randy Savage?
Ding, ding, ding. 2 in a row. Justin, you're almost learning how wrestling works.
Not really.
Well, I said kinda. Number one song in America this week. It's One Sweet Day by Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men.
Yeah.
I'll never remember the song name.
No, I know. You'll never remember anything.
I'll remember who sings it.
Maybe. And for notable video game releases, I believe this came out just a few days prior. There's this little game called Mega Man X3.
Ooh, that's an okay game.
I'm not really a Mega Man fan, so I couldn't tell you.
I played through it. It was an okay game.
Unless it's Mega Man Soccer, I don't care. And I've yet to play that, but I will.
That's some shit.
No, it can't be, Justin. I said a football game, and technically, in Europe, I would be correct. But it's a soccer game on the SNES with Mega Man. How can it be bad?
Yes. It's bad.
I said, how can it be bad? And
Well,
the answer is, it can't. So we're moving on.
Okay then.
Alrighty, in this episode, Sean really likes Dana Pruitt. They get along really well on their first date, making the most out of their time. But when they try to plan a second date, they realize how different they are. Sean doesn't do volunteer work. Sean doesn't like picnics. And Dana seems very intimidated, and she later admits that she'd like to date Corey. Because, of course she would. Because she's kind of boring. Sean, as much as he dislikes it, lets them go, but waits at his house waits at Corey's house for hours for him to return. He grills Corey about how it went and learns that they didn't kiss or do anything because that's who Corey is, because he's a boring little fucker. Desperate to get Donna to date him again, Sean turns to Topanga for advice. Because that's actually like the smartest thing he's done in a while.
Yeah.
She says that Sean isn't considered boyfriend material because of his ladies' man reputation. She says that any girl who dates him is afraid that he'll just get bored and dump her after a few dates. Sean, shaken by this, asks Turner what he should do. Turner tells him that his best relationship is with Corey, a very non-flashy, down-to-earth person. He says Sean should show Dana that he was listening to her, unlike other girls in the past, to prove that he really wants to be her boyfriend. Sean does this, making a picnic outside of Chubby's in the freezing Philadelphia winter, and impresses Dana winning her back. That was stupid, you're gonna get hypothermia. Because it's Philadelphia in the winter, and it's feckin' cold.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Mr. Williams suggests Eric tries out for an internship at his old news station, WIXB. Even though he has a long shot due to his grades, because, well, he's Eric, Eric gets really excited. He is so nervous that he blows his interview with an important executive. Dejected, Eric tells the janitor about how this is more important to him because he needs it more. The janitor says that Eric has a job. Confused, Eric asks how that's possible, and the janitor reveals that he isn't, in fact, the janitor, but Pat Darby, manager of the news station. And Eric just bumbles his way into a fucking internship.
Just remember, be yourself and you're hired.
I also love how he asks him for a business card and photo ID. Good on you, Eric. Alright, either of you have anything to add about this episode?
So kind of showing that Sean's a bit of a one-trick pony with all the particular stuff he has, just going out with girls and the concern of who he is and how he was raised and the old man stuff and trying to prove that he is a good boyfriend.
How many times did they
and stuff.
recycle this plot line?
Oh, quite a bit.
Okay. Just had to make sure, because, I mean, I thought this plot line was done already.
Oh, additionally, this is also the episode where another person from Buffy shows up.
Who?
Name escapes me, but the gentleman who was one of the dweebs outside the crew.
Oh, yeah, what's his nuts? I can't remember who it is now. Danny Strong. He played, I can't remember what his character's name was. Oh,
He was the one that was involved in the
Google
shooting
that
and also
shit.
became the one of the members of the evil crew in the
Yeah.
final seasons.
Oh.
He was in season 6 and 7. And, like, earlier on, where he was a recurring character.
Oh, he
who was
one of
always
those
on the verge
guys.
of death. Jonathan. That was who he was.
Ah, Jonathan.
Jonathan, that delightful little dweeb, until he becomes a villain.
Oh, and additionally,
Yeah.
as he was walking away, please wear pants.
It's a good line. Alrighty. So, do either of you have anything else about this episode?
Oh, Topanga's savage.
What do you mean?
Well, the fact that, do you want me to be truthful to Sean, give him the whole explanation, and you'll accept the consequences for it? Absolutely. Sean, the reason why no one likes you is because you're...
Because he's a man whore?
Yeah, pretty much goes to all those particular sorts of things. Corey, why did you tell her to tell you the truth?
Corey, why did you let her say those things to me? It's like, well, it's true. Like,
She spells it out at least. Not
It's
that
not-
he's gonna get it hammered into his head immediately.
it's not so much savage as it is just, like, brutally honest.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so if there is nothing else about this episode, next week we'll be discussing the episode's stormy weather.
I expect rain, most likely.
Eric lands an internship at a TV station and decides to quit school to pursue his dream job of becoming a weatherman.
Oh, he quit school?
He decides to, yes. However, as Eric spends more time at the station, he realizes the importance of a good education. He probably gets a little help making that realization. Anyway, until next time, I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Justin.